Say what? I'm not understanding this shit. Hey man, look here. Fuck all this shit. I'm about to just you know what I'm saying, get this fucking what you call it together here, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go and get this shit, Nick. You dig? Uh Let me go ahead and plug it in like this here. One time for the one time. One time for the one time. On your motherfucking ass. Alright, let me see here. Let me turn this mic up. Turn my headphones up. Turn them shits up. Turn them shits up, son. Hey, yo, son, turn them shits up, son. Yep. Nope. Yep. There we are. There we are. All right, we doing good. We doing good. We doing good. All right, let's make this thing pop. Funkin' in the A.M., you know what I'm saying? Actually, this is like the late morning edition, you know what I'm saying? Normally I get started earlier, but it's all to the good. You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna do today here is, once again, as you know how I get down, and if you don't know, now you're learning. Okay, what we do here is we just come up with joints off the top of the head. You know what I'm saying? It's called Funkin' in the AM because that's what it's all about. You know, so what we gonna do here is I got my template lined up. Right, this is basically a tutorial. You understand? And what I'm gonna do is, okay, look, what I just did is I opened up a new template. As you can see, nothing is assigned except electric piano because that's what the default assignment of instrument is. But anyway, when you open up, hold up, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do this here. Okay, when you first open up GarageBand, what you want to do is you want to go to New Project. All right. When it gives you this empty project thing here, you can either click on that or you go down here to choose. Okay. Um, Simple and plain, you know, you can just click on this, boom, it's going to open you up. Then it's going to ask you for what kind of instrument do you want to work with. Like the live joints over here, audio instruments. Audio is when you connect an external instrument to the computer and then you're able to jam with a keyboard or a guitar or bass or drums or what have you. You know what I'm saying? This right here is a computer drummer that comes with the program. This is the MIDI portion. And that's what we're going to be working with, where you work with the sounds that's in the computer and you can compose them through a keyboard controller. This keyboard controls all the sounds that's in this program. Okay? So now, again, you can either do this, you can click on this MIDI box, or you can go right here to create. So let's keep it the same, you know what I'm saying, and just go to MIDI. We're going to click on that, and it gives us the first channel. As you can see, classic electric piano is the standard default instrument that is loaded up on each MIDI track. And how you install another MIDI track is such: you take this plus sign, as you can see, it says add track. So you click it, it brings you right back to the MIDI. You click on MIDI, and I like to get it going with at least 6 vacant spots, okay, of where tracks, so I can install my instruments on them and get down. You know what I'm saying? Um, so what's happening here is I got 6 ready, 6 of these shits ready. Now up here, this is your bar column. How many bars you want to record? Right now in this view, you got 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. But if I expand it with this little horizontal zoom here, you see it changes into all numbers. Okay, and it's totally up to you and what and how you like to um, have your focus look like here. You know what I'm saying? Now, for me, I like to go 8 bars because I just might be thinking of something different on the way to while I'm doing what I'm doing. No telling, because this is all off the cuff. You know what I'm saying? We going into this with no plan, but I'm just giving you basic instructions here on how to open this up. So again, this is the bars up here, okay? And as long as it's highlighted, that means it's live and ready to be looped. You see, these 2 arrows that's going around like this. This is a cycle button or the loop button. When you take that off, that becomes unhighlighted, and you're just it plays out and it keeps going all the way. Okay, when you do this, you click that on and you see this bar is highlighted over the bars that you're going to be doing, then it will cycle back around or loop back around to number 1. Visual example: 3, 4, 5 bars, 6, 7, 8, 1. See, you go right back around 2. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what that is. All right. Um. Uh. Word up. Everything is beautiful, man. Everything is really cool, man. Sorry about that delay. Anyway, okay. So what I'm gonna do? I'm uh I'm gonna lay down some drums first. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just want to, figure out something real quick. And I kind of want to. I'm gonna do something I've never done before. Damn. All right. I know what I'm gonna do. This is gonna be really something crazy. Not really, but you know what I'm saying. Two, three, and something I would never really do. Totally. I got the challenge self. You know what I'm saying? Yep. All right. Cool. Bet. Bet it up, baby. Holy fuck. Interesting. Fucking interesting. So, all right, let's just do it like this because this is when I'm. It sounds like it's getting cut off. You know what I mean? I ain't really with all that. I got to have fucking full kick. This is giving me straight like 86, 87 vibes and shit. You know what I mean? In the direction it's going in so far. That old R&B feel. And I don't do R&B. I mean, well, I can't say that, but like some Staples 80 shit. staple '80s R&B. Oh, hmm, that's pretty good. Hmm. 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 Total trip, fall, and spill and shit. And see, what I could do, what most cats would do is take that little piece, copy it, and paste it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just kind of like into, really wanting to be able to play that shit the way and play it. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, okay, yeah, that's cool. damn it. What the fuck, yo? It's all good. It's that gap in between. It's that gap in between I don't like. I need to make it flesh together. You know what I'm saying? God damn it, god damn it, god damn it. Whoa, 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 whoa. 1, 2, 3, and. God damn, I'm over here tripping. Straight buttered fingers. Hey. That's all 80s, man. All 80s. We going 80s today, I guess. That's the direction of it. That's where it's going. All right. I'm kind of digging the direction of it so far. Just like some Alexander O'Neal, Sherelle. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Undo that left corner change. Let's reload what we just did there. And Looks like I may have came in a little too early, so I'm gonna slide it back just a fraction. Interesting. Okay, cool, 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 cool. All right, so what we at is let's get back to this part here. Get that. That's more what I'm looking for, just in terms of where we're going with sound. So everything in the 80s was reverbed the fuck out. You know what I mean? It was always like a small hall or cathedral effect on it, like a mild cathedral effect on it. It was very airy. You know what I mean? That's just how it was back then. That was the standard template of sound for. Now, check this out, right? We're going to take all of this and see, so far I've been just doing it with human rhythm, right? I am going to, just for shits and giggles and what have yous, we're going to quantize it. Quantizing puts you to the computer's rhythm. It straightens you out. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want that raw human feel, you can quantize it as it is right here. Okay, what you do again is you can do solo tracks as well. You see, long as you highlight it, you know, then everything is cool. But in this case, I'm going to highlight everything, and I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to quantize it at a 16th note. Okay, now let's take a further look. You see that? It sounds perfect, doesn't it? So quantizing is not a bad tool to use at all. You know what I mean? It just depends on what you're looking for. But so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to unquantize it, and let's listen to how human rhythm sounds. I kind of like it with the gap in it, but I like the perfection of the quantize. So I can do is I'm gonna save two different versions of them and kind of weigh the balance of the scales, if you will. Because again, it's all about what you're looking for in terms of the feel of what you're trying to get. You know what I mean? So that being said, let's move along to something else. Let's move along to the bass line. And what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna stack these drums later. Actually, I could just do it now. And what I like to stack the joints, I like to stack them together in terms of organization, and that way you'll always be in the same realm or same range of area if you need to do any alter alterizations to um, these particular tracks or what have you. You know what I'm saying? So um, copy and paste these joints. Okay. Now what I got to do here is because I just copied these two drum tracks to these, and as you see, it always comes up as electric piano. That's just a standard assigned instrument to these tracks, okay? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna go to uh electronic drum kit. I'm going to find the analog drive track, which is this one here. And then I'm gonna do the same down here. I'm gonna go, whoa, wait a minute. Yeah, it is. It's both the same. Okay. So analog drive. Okay. Sorry for the confusion if I confuse anybody, because I damn sure confused myself. All right. Um, so now we got these two drum tracks duplicated here on 3 and 4. We got 1 and 2 duplicated on 3 and 4, which is going to give me the option to switch drum kits that will combine with these and give it a total different sound upon, adjusting volumes and EQing the kick, snare, claps, and so forth. But right now, I've doubled up this entire pattern right here. 1 and 2 is on 3 and 4, okay? And as you can see, in this one, I got the claps or the snare kind of EQ'd up. I haven't touched the hi-hat, which is the same as this one. So what I want to do is I want to make that a little thicker. Let's turn that about close to almost 1 o'clock-ish. All right. And I'm going to solo these two, and then you can hear exactly what's going on. It's fattened up because it's doubled up. So now what I could do is mute this one, give you the difference of sound. See that? Plainly obvious. All right. So now in the mix, what I like to do is I like to take care of it as I go because I already know how I want it to sound in the mix. You know what I'm saying? I just know. So now what I'm gonna do, so number 2, I'm looking at the EQ setting. I got the kick at going on 2 o'clock roughly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go here, and I don't really want it to be like super takeover-ish because, this is a trip to the 80s, man. This is like 85, 86, 87 R&B. You know what I'm saying? That I could hear Johnny Gill or one of them type of cats, Alexander O'Neal. What up, though, if you're listening? damn. It sound. I'm starting to kind of think of using it quantized because then that's a little bit more '80s feel because they were all about. It was the invasion of the synthesizers and beat machines during that time. Music had changed in the '80s. It was drifting away from the live bands, and it was using. If you go back and look at the videos in the '80s, and just notably listen to the music, the early to mid '80s was like still primarily bands. You know what I mean? And then mid to late '80s became more electronic music. One notable machine that was a classic to the '80s sound as far as drums, the Roland R8 and the Lindrum. Prince is primarily the cat that made the Lindrum like it's that deal. I mean, it was a popular instrument, but he really put it on the map with Dove's Cry and all that, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? If you listen to the drums, then you know that's a Lindrum. But the Roland R8 is a classic machine that you could use for R&B templates and so forth of yesteryear from the '80s to the '90s and all of that. You know what I mean? And uh, Hmm. 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 Whoa, whoa, what the hell was that? So let's try something else. Another type of bass. All right, for that second part there, and then we just let's see. This is real interesting, turning into something. The direction is kind of shifting a bit, but we ain't gonna let it. I got a hold of the reins. One more time. I like that pattern, and that's something. Smooth shit. Okay. Okay. We still in the 80s, y'all. We still in the 80s. Let's see. Let's see. Let's just see how this sounds quantized at a 16th. Nah, not gonna do it because it make the bass sound too choppy. Instead of that, the bass gotta have the human feel. Yeah, these headphones are not the greatest. It's like I gotta keep messing with the. Yeah, well, that's a little bit better. There we go. I think I'm gonna put a kick at the beginning too to make the loop full, so the beat stay constant. Let's see how I'm gonna mess with this bass a little bit. See. Hey. Interesting. Kind of like that. Hey. That sub is where it's at though. We still in the 80s though. We in the 80s. This is Kango hats. Pair of Air Jordan 1s. Pair of top 10s. Pair of Concords. Lottos. Laycock Sportifs. Bally's. A pair of blue Levi's, the crispy hookup, or even the colored ones. With the Adidas sweater with the cats climbing the mountain, you know what I mean? That you remember them joints. Big dookie chains. This is where we at. We like this is all 84. We take it back to 84. 84 through 87. This is where we at in that 3-year span. Okay. That's what we doing. They wasn't heavy on the what you call it, the roads in the '80s. They were not heavy. Hmm. Don't think about it, just do it. I don't like that very ending there. We'll get rid of that. We'll just keep that little bit of flute right there. You know what I'm saying? And why not? Nah, this is what I'm gonna do now for shits and giggles in this motherfucker, right? You know, highlight the drums, and we gonna quantize them at a 16th note. Yep. So I got to throw something else in there, but I'm just like I say, everything right now is off the cuff, as you have very well witnessed to. We've been rocking here for what, the past hour, I want to say, roughly. Yeah, we've been on here just about an hour, funking off. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do, funking in the AM. Normally I do it way earlier. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping in to me, I mean, it's a luxury for most, but I feel like I'm missing out on something when I don't get up early. You know what I mean? So I would just be like, let me just go. Like, you got that schedule. You know, you on that thing in the morning, and you just stick with it. And on the days you don't have to, go to work or wake up and do whatever you got to do, some people sleep in, which is okay, you know. But I stay on my constant. But today, I slept in, and I feel like I've missed out on something. You know, I'm one of them. I do most all morning than most people do all day type of cats. You know what I mean? So that's just me though. But let me see where else I'm gonna go with this, man. I don't know. Uh, I think I might be getting ready to. Maybe I can throw some strings in on it, some live joints, but later though. Um, 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 let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Now, see, when I get to this point right here, where I don't know what else to do, I just leave it alone. I'll save it as a blank canvas to work on later. But so far, I like the groundwork, and it's mad '80s for sure. So Um, pan it hard, right? Do your stretches in the morning, man, and keep you from having back pains and all of that other stuff. Stay active. Slow atrophy come in when you're chilling too much. Real talk. That's why when you get up, you be like, making all them old sounds like you about to blow a gasket and shit. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that. I'm gonna definitely put that snare in there. I mean that kick. I mean at the beginning. I like how that sounds. And yeah, yeah. So far, man, I like the groove, man. I quantize. This is one of the very few times you'll see me quantizing. But again, quantizing is not bad. It's a great tool because again, it's all about the feel that you're going for. And if you can't play it to the computer's metronome, the quantize will help you. If you don't want to sound like you're playing to the metronome, play it yourself. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy that sound, that feel most times. Human rhythm is very important because that's all it is anyway. This, what we're working on, is a secondary tool that's being helped to make music and express more ideas. Whereas, you can't play five or two instruments by yourself, more than two, I'm gonna say, depending on what it is. Um, so, you know, me myself, I don't like to go for a computer feel. You know, not to say that anything is wrong with it, because you can get funky, you can rock out and make some really good, straightforward stuff. But just I'm more so into human rhythm because of the little nuances and imperfections in it is where the funk is. You dig? And that's that real heavy shit, man. You do that, and you can work with it. You know. 'Too much reverb. Let's bring that delay down. Let's bring that reverb, take it back up a little bit because it's giving too much of a delay effect as opposed to a reverb. 85 through 87. 84 through 87. had to put my own little funk in there though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna use that and probably like a bridge or some bring a little change to it down the line somewhere. You know what I mean? And then we have a complete throwback '80s. I'm about to go and name this right now because I got to get ready to start and getting my shit together because I have a couple of engagements going on here in terms of studio time and recording with a few artists, and it's something I'm looking forward to. Uh, 80, 1984, 1987, R&B. Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Yeah, this is something I would normally never do, but I just caught the vibe for it and just like I say, funkin' in the AM, man. When you just do joints off the top of the head and just whatever the feel is, that's what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? And then you let the creativeness go where it's gonna go, but you holding the reins of it. You know what I mean? And you got to just steer it, take it where it's gonna go, but steer it, add your funk to it, and then it's all good. So far, I'm satisfied. I am satisfied with the outcome of this canvas. I shall put extra colors to it later. But as for now, I must sign out. Um, we took a trip to the '80s today. Big shouts to all of the legendary cats from the '80s: Alexander O'Neal, Sherelle, who is it? All them type of cats. You know what I'm saying? I like I said, I could hear Johnny Gill on there. I could hear tell me who y'all hear on there. I don't know who else y'all hear on there. You know, because it might not even be from the '80s. It might be from a whole nother era. I like to hear what y'all got to say. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah, man. I'm about to sign off. I'm about to sign off here, and y'all have a good one. You know, until the next time we come through the stratosphere. All right.